Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork with the ring. And today, just like I just said, we're going to have fun with the ring. The only props you might need in addition to the ring is if you need any lumbar support for roll ups and roll downs or that kind of work, then you'll want to bring something in. So I've got my little folded pad back here. Other than that, you may not need anything else today. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've just set my ring to the side for now, and I'm just going to come about hip width apart here with the feet and the legs. So the hips, knees, and toes are going to track. And remember, a hip width apart is where your hip bones are. It's not about how wide we think we are, but hips, knees, and toes are going to track here. I'm pressing evenly into the floor. So if I lift my toes, I can feel the big toe and pinky toe mounts and at both sides of the heels. My arches lift a little bit. And if I lower my toes, I want to try to keep that arch this work. Knees have a slight bend in them, so they're not locked. Just going to roll the shoulders back. I'm just going to place my hands on the belly for right now. Eyes open or closed. I'm just going to take a few little centering breaths. Good. Now, you will not hear me do it all the time because I can't do this breath and talk at the same time. But I'm going to inhale through my nose and expand that rib cage. And then as I exhale, I'm drawing up and in, taking the belly button in a little bit deeper towards the spine and pursing the lips a little bit. And so that engages the core muscles just a little bit more when we breathe. So when we exhale, that's what we want to try to do if possible. But at the end of the day, the most important thing to do is to breathe. So if the breathing doesn't work for you, just breathe. You'll be okay. Let's practice that a little bit here. Big inhale, expand. Good inhale. And inhale. Good. Just warming up a little bit. Big inhale. Exhale, we'll bend, not too deep, pressing through the feet and the legs. Legs and feet always take the load. Coming all the way back up. Good. And one more time. Good. Coming up. Good. Shoulders and hips are going to stay in that alignment as I get into a side bend here. I like a nice longer top arm because when I just let this collapse, I don't get the engagement on the side that I get when my arm is long. Also be aware here, are you truly in lateral flexion or do you collapse into a little bit of a forward rotation? So really try to open that up and we'll come up. We'll go to the other side. My left side is my tighter side today. Good. And coming back center. Just the gentle rotation. Let the hips, let the knees, let everything just move with you. Great. Let's start off with some footwork with the ring. I'm going to take my ring here. And when we do this work, we want to make sure we're never on the ankle bone. That's going to be very much uncomfortable. So I'm going to start by taking the ring on the inside. Good. So I'm right up from the ankles here. Good. And my hips, knees, and toes are turned out. Now I've got a little bit of a oval already happening here. I'm strong through the legs and I'm zipped up. Hands, arms can be anywhere you want to be. From here, I'm just going to do a little bend and press. And you'll feel a little bit more engagement when you come up out of the bend. Feel free to adjust your ring placement as needed. Good. Now from here, I'm going to lift and try to lift and lower. And you can also do this holding onto a wall or the back of a piece of furniture. Knees are going to have a little bit of a bend in them. Good. Feeling this right around the outside of the glutes. Good. Let's put that together. Let's go into a little bend. Coming up. Good. And lift. And bend. Pressing through. Taking a lift. And this is just what I like to do with my arms. You can do whatever feels good to you. Good. Last one. And coming in. Good. So from here, we're just going to take this for a moment. Let's take the legs together into the V, and I'm just going to hold my ring here for a moment, and I'm just going to press up and down. Now, I am about 90% on this most of the time, but you want to try to get yourself to where the legs are going to stay together, so the heels are going to stay together when you lift and lower. They separate a little bit for right now. That's okay. Good. Now, from here, let's add a press, elbows out. And we're gonna press, release, lift, lower. Press, release, lift, lower. Press, engage those abs. Release, lift, lower, and press, release, lift, and lower. Good. Just kind of mark that out. So now we're going to step inside the ring. Good. Again, you want to be up from the ankle, but you can be kind of anywhere along here that feels good. And I'm going to take my legs as wide enough apart where I feel some pressure in the ring, so it's not going to move, but I'm not, pressing it out as wide as possible. So just standing here should be some work. Just feeling all along the outer glutes and the outer thighs here, zipping up. Good. And we're going to lift the heels and lower the heels. Lift the heels, lower the heels, lift the heels, lower the heels, lift the heels, lower the heels. Now adding that little squat with and coming back up. And just a little bit of a squat, keeping the hips and knees in alignment. Good. Already building up a little bit of heat here. Good. And then we'll put that together. So we'll come up and down and out. Again, you can do anything you want to do with the arms. Good. Careful about moving too fast here. It is a bit of a balance challenge when you come up onto the toes. Good. And one more time. Good. Now, I'm going to step out. Good. I'm going to take this out a little bit wider. Hip, knees, and toes are going to track. This time, I'm going to take the ring up overhead. So kind of like a little bit of a halo. Roll the shoulders down and back. Good. And then from here, just start with some little squats here. So we don't want to take the hips below the knees, but I'm pressing through the feet and pressing through the legs. Good. Now when we come up, we'll press, release, and squat. Inhale. Inhale. Zip up that front. Inhale. And inhale. Good. And take that down. Okay. I'm going to put this to the side for now. Good. From wherever you're at, when you're ready, we're going to just roll down and come to all fours. You can be hip width apart. You can be zipped up together. You can find that V. Choose what you need here. I'm going to zip up. I'm going to reach up. Good. And I'm going to keep my arms by my ears. And I'm diving over a beach ball. So now my gaze is down. Now my gaze is at my thighs. I'm scooping in that belly button. Good. I'm coming all the way down to the floor. And then I'm walking it out to all fours. Good. Knees under the hips, tops of the feet are down. Shoulders and wrists are in alignment. I'm pushing away from the floor and I'm rooting through the knuckles of the pinky, the pointer, and the thumb. My belly button is in nice and tight. We're going to take some sternum drops here. So from here, what that means is if I'm protracted, so I'm pushing away from the floor, shoulders away from the ears, I'm going to take this into a retraction. So I'm going to let the sternum drop towards the floor, shoulders by the ears, and then I'm going to press away. So retraction, protraction, retraction, protraction, retraction, protraction, retraction, protraction. So I really like the scapular work because if you are someone who struggles with collapsing and not good form in plank and push-up, this helps with those muscles and learn what that proper engagement needs to be to do those safely. Good. So now we're going to come back into the protraction. And from here, we're going to go into side bends. So yeah, we're going to kind of go side to side, but I want you to keep the hips over the knees. So the hips are not going to sway here, and we're going to squeeze the sides. We want to try and get the low rib cage and the top of the hips to touch each other. We'll start by, I'm going to go to my right because that's the side facing the camera. So going to the right, I'm going to be squeezing. I'm looking towards that right foot. The hips are over the knees and come back to center. And to the left and center and right and center and left and center and right and center and left and center. One more time, each side. To the right, center, left, center. Good. Let's take this right into some cat-cows. Inhale on the cow, that extension. Exhale the cat into flexion. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Really pushing away from the floor. Inhale, tilting the pelvis back. Exhale, tucking the tail here. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. From here, we're going to make our way onto our back, coming supine. Have your ring within your reach. And if you are going to use a lumbar support, go ahead and have that in reach too. And if you need a lumbar support here for pelvic clock, go ahead and set that up for yourself. Good. I'm going to kind of take a moment, adjust all of the clothing. Good. Just rolling the shoulders back here for a moment. If it would feel good to gently let the knees go side to side, sometimes we have back, we just need a little bit of release before we do things on our back, then please do so. Okay, so coming back here. Good. Hips, knees, and toes are tracking in this alignment. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. We're going to take this into some pelvic clock. So you should be in a relatively neutral spine. So the hip bones and the pubic bone are on that same plane, so it's not tilted up or tilted down. You may or may not have a little space in the low back here, but it shouldn't be painful. And it also shouldn't just be a collapse. Okay, so you want to be active where you're at. Zipping up nice and tight from the pubic bone to behind the navel. Good, let's just rock forward and back a little bit here with control. I like to inhale on the forward rock, exhale as I rock back. So the anterior tilt to move forward, posterior tilt to move back. Now, when you think about it, it's kind of like an on your back cat-cow. So when you take the back forward and the back arches, you're going into extension. When you rock it back, and it kind of goes into a flexion. So inhale and exhale. Good. Now, we'll take that into the rotation. Remember, this is not a big dance. This should barely look like to the naked eye or like on a video that you are moving, but you know that you're moving because you're feeling it. So zipping up nice and tight. Good. We're going to rock it back to the left, down, right, back, 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 left, down, right, and back. Now we're going to reverse that direction. So now we're going to go right, down, left, back, right, down, left, back, right, down, left, back, right, down, left, back. I'm really feeling this. And my transverse abdominis, deep abdominal work to the right, down, left, and up. Good. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock, rock, rock here. Give yourself a little bit of a break. We're going to go into some bridging. This first bridge we're going to do without the ring, because honestly, if you can't do a bridge without the ring, adding the ring is not going to magically make that better. So we will take the feet down. Hips, knees, and toes are tracking here, making sure the feet are not too close or too far away. And we're going to roll the shoulders back. So remember, in a good bridge, we're not just pressing them to the feet, we're also pressing them to the arms and the shoulders. That's that scapular stability and strength that we were working on with those sternum drops. So from here, belly button is in. You can lift straight up or you can articulate. I'm going to articulate. I'm going to rock that pelvis back, peeling up through that mid back, all the way up into that high back here. Good. So lifting up, I'm pressing into the arms, pressing into the shoulders. Good. My hips and knees are not turning out or turning in. And then from the mid back, I'm going to lower that down through the rib cage, through the lumbar, sacrum, and back to neutral. Good. Now, you may choose to stay with that. We're going to play with the ring and do these bridges. So from here, we're going to take the feet, or the legs rather, on the inside. You can be right up here You can also be up here. It's just a matter of where is it comfortable for you. Just don't put the ring right on the knee joint. Your knees will not like that. From the hip, you're pressing into the ring just enough to hold it in place. So we're not kind of pressing out with all of our might. And I still have hip and knee and foot alignment here. So from here, rolling it back, you can lift straight up or find your articulation when you're ready. Good. We'll take that up into the bridge, pressing into the arms and the shoulders, lifting up through that chest. And taking that back down. Good. And we'll go again. Roll it up, pressing into the arms, the shoulders, lifting up to the chest, and coming back down. Good. I'm going to take my feet a little bit closer here. Good. And we'll do that again. Taking it up. Good. And lower that back down. And one more time. Good. We're going to hold this one at the top. Taking it up, pressing into the arms and the legs. Good. Now from here, we're going to lower the hips halfway, squeeze and lift, halfway, squeeze and lift, halfway, squeeze and lift, halfway, squeeze and lift, and roll it down. Good. Now, once you're all the way back down there, bend the knees, take the legs out of the ring, rock, rock, side to side. We're going to do that again, just like that, but this time the legs are going to be on the outside. And we're still going to try to be parallel here. Now we've got a little bit more of an inner thigh engagement. Your feet probably will not be hip width apart. They will probably be a little bit wider here. So just know that. And the ring might be a little bit uncomfortable down there, but that's okay. Just go with it. So we're going to zip up and in, rolling the shoulders back. Good. Find your bridge the way you need to find it. Good. And then taking that back down. Good. Finding that length once you get back down. And we've got two. Good. Right to the feet, the legs, the arms, the shoulders. And taking it back down. And 3. And back down. And 4. We're going to hold this one at the top. Good. Reach, reach, reach. Good. Be nice and solid in those shoulders. Good. We're going to squeeze the knees in and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that squeeze and roll down. And when you're ready, good. Bend the knees, grab that ring, place the ring to the side for a moment. Rock, 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 side to side. All right. So we're going to do some roll-ups and roll downs here with the ring. So I'm going to go ahead and get my lumbar support in place. Good. So now once I'm in place, legs are going to come long. This can also be done with bent knees as well. Good. I've got my ring up. You can put a slight little pressure in it, but not a whole lot of pressure. So zipping up nice and tight. Big inhale, exhale. Coming up. As I come up, I'm just going to reach over. Good. And then we're going to roll this down. We're going to add on to this when we come up and really just kind of switch this up a little bit, doing some combinations. So inhale, exhale. Good. Coming up to a seat. From here, good. I'm going to rotate to the right, press, press, center, press, press, left, press, press, center, press, press. Good. I'm going to reach. I'm going to round. I'm going right into a spine stretch forward. Rolling, rolling, rolling. A little pressure into that ring as I stack, stack, stack. Coming all the way back up. And roll that down. So that's going to be our little combo move here. Good. We will do that 4 more times. Inhale, exhale. Coming up to a seat. Press, press. To the left. Press, press. Center. Press, press. Right. Press, press. Center. Good. Reach. Spine stretch forward. You're peeling off an imaginary wall. Good. We're stacking up against that imaginary wall. Coming back up and tuck the tail and roll that back down. Good. Taking it back. Inhale, exhale. Coming up. Good. Starting to the right. Let's go to center. Press, press. Right. Press, press. Center. Press, press. Left. Press, press. Center. Press, press. Good. Spine stretch forward. And stacking it back up. Good form. And rolling that back down. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back up to the left. Press, press, center. To the left. Press, press. Center. Press, press. Right. Press, press. Center. Round. Spine stretch forward. Coming back up. Good. And rolling down. We've got one more of these to do. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Always try not to whip up. Then you're using momentum. You're not using the core. Center. Press, press. Right. Press, press. Center. Press, press. Left. Press, press. Center. Press, press. Reach and round. And stack and have a seat. Good. Take this ring with you. We are going to go back down to the floor. Good. That's a nice little roll down to the floor. Good. If you need to keep your lumbar support there, you can, or you can also remove it. So from here, I'm going to put the ring to the side for a moment. We're going to go into hundreds. So be merciful and kind to yourself with your hundreds. You can always do hundreds with feet on the floor, tabletop, up high, parallel legs, Pilates V. The lower you are, the harder it is. So the more advanced it is. So do be mindful of the back. And if you need to keep an upper body on the floor, you can do that, or you can come into the C curve. I'm going to do Pilates V today. I'm going to start right here. Zipping up nice and tight. Big inhale. Exhale. I'm going to C curve up. I'm going to take my legs and arms long and low, relaxing the shoulders, start pumping those arms. And I inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the chest higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift the chest higher. Reach deeper through those arms. Woo. And take that down. Wiggle, 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 side to side. I'm glowing. I hope you are too. Let's bring back the ring. We're going to do some of the series of 5 modified with the ring here. I'm going to take my hands. I've got my ring. Then we're just going to hold like this. Good. And then from here, actually, you know what? I want to take my arms up. Good. So from here, I'm going to zip up. I'm going to come up as my right leg goes long, left leg is in, and I'm going to press into the ring. And then I'm going to switch and switch and switch. And my hips stay grounded. I'm really reaching with that leg. I'm inhaling as I move through center. I'm exhaling as I rotate and press. One more time each side. And bring that down. Good. Double leg stretch. We are going to take this on to the inside. So again, you can be parallel. You can be turned out. I'm going to do the turn out. Good. Knees are bent. We've got a slight pressure. Pressure's coming from the hip, never coming from the knee. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more if we can. Inhale. Exhale. And take that down. Remove the ring. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle if you need to. Double straight leg stretch. Double straight leg stretch. We're going to take the legs through. Good. The legs are on the inside of the ring now. Again, the pressure is coming from the hip, not from the knee. Upper body can be grounded, or if you're C curve, you choose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Watch your pelvis. Keep it stable. Inhale. 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 And one more if we can. Inhale. And bring that back down. Woo. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. Let's take this into a stretch. Put your ring aside for the moment. Knees on tabletop. Let the knees come over to the right. Looking to the left. Just kind of stretching the abs just a little bit here. Getting a little oblique stretch. When ready, we'll return to center. We'll take that to the other side. Good. And when we're ready, good, we'll come back to center. So I'm going to use my ring to help us stretch today. We're going to stretch the right side first. Your left knee can be bent or extended long. Your back is in charge. Now I'm putting my right foot in here. So I've got the right ball and pinky toe mound right on that opposite handle. Good. And then I'm just going to gently bring it in. I do have a micro bend in this knee. My upper body is grounded. Now you can press that heel, taking the toes and the ring a little bit more towards the face. That's going to give you a deeper connection down here if you want that. Or you can push into that ring, getting a little bit easier on the backside, but maybe a little bit more into the front of the foot and the front of the ankle. So you're going to choose. Now, if you're really flexible, I don't recommend this next version if you've got some kind of an attachment issue, but you could bring your forearms in here. So it just kind of depends on the person. If your other knee is bent, keep it in line with the hip. Try not to let it kind of fall out as counterweight. Breathing. Good. When ready, good. You can back off of that stretch. Good. Find a grip that's appropriate for you, that's best for your body. Everyone has a different grip. Good. Both hips, both shoulders stay grounded. We're going to let that leg go out to the right. And just kind of wiggle around here to find your best spot. So you can hold that. Good. And again, this isn't going to be appropriate for everyone. I like to stick my arm through here, but you choose where you need to be. Again, if the other knee is bent, you want to keep it in line with the hip. Try not to let it fall out as a counterweight. If you can't keep the other hip down without using it as a counterweight, then your right leg is out too far. So just build up those core control muscles, and then eventually you'll get there. And we'll come back up. Good. I'll remove that arm. Again, I'm going to lengthen just a little bit here, arc over, wiggle around, find where you need to find it, and be mindful here. Not everybody has the best stretch with the long leg. For some people, that's going to be a bend in the knee. Just kind of play around with what you need. And it may vary from side to side. It might vary day to day. My stretches are different in the morning versus evening versus afternoon. And we'll come back up. Good. I'm going to remove that ring here. We're going to go into a little bit of some circles. So zipping up nice and tight. 4 is our magic number. 4 tiny circles in both directions. 4 large circles in both directions. Zipping up nice and tight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and large. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And bend that knee in. Just get it a little tug. And then we will go to the other side. So from here, we've got our ring. We're going to take the left foot in here, pressing the big toe and pinky toe mount into that inside handle. Good. And then we're just going to gently press back, keeping a micro bend in this knee. The other leg can be bent or long. Then again, are you going to press the heel towards the ceiling? Are you going to push the toes towards the ceiling? Kind of finding where you need. Maybe forearms can come in here, maybe not. Upper body does need to be on the floor. Practice with the upper body being on the floor. Breathing. There's nothing like a good stretch. Always be mindful. In any stretch, you never want to go past a 5 or 6. You've got something going on. Maybe that goes down to about a 3 or 4. You're just touching the stretch, but not going beyond. Always, always do what's best to your own body and needs. And we'll back off of that a little bit here. Good. I'm knowing where we're going to go. I'm just going to scoot out a little bit here. Good. So from here, I'm going to take that leg out. Both hips stay grounded. Kind of wiggle around to find your best spot. Find the grip that's best for your body to have. Again, if this leg is bent, it's going to keep it in line with the hip. We don't want it to fall out as counterweight. And the stretching feels so good after all that ring work on the lower body. And we're not done with the lower body. Good. We're going to come back up. Good. And then from here, good. We'll switch sides. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Here, again, be mindful. Your best stretch may or may not be with a long leg. It might be with a bent knee. So be mindful. Just kind of play around. We don't know until we try it. And then when ready, we'll come back up. Going to remove that ring. So here's our little circles. 4 small, 4 large, both directions. Zipping up nice and tight, both hips stay grounded. Small. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going into large. 1, 2, 3, 4. And reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And bring that knee in. Good. And when we're ready, we're going to go right into some side lying work. So I'm going to start side lying on my right side. Good. And as I come over here, good, I'm going to have my bottom leg on the inside. Again, make sure that you're not on your ankle. It won't be comfortable. Good. And we're going to do a little bit of a series here. But before we start that, get good over here. So you can be on the shoulder or the elbow. Just make sure you're not hanging in the shoulder. And if you're up, see if you can lift that rib cage up as well. You can also be down here or here. And this is where I'm going to practice. Good. So I'm going to take that top leg in as well. And both hips, knees and toes are facing forward. So we don't want to try to face the toes one way and then hips at an angle. We want to keep everything there. It's always okay if you need to pad those hips. So from here, what we're going to do, we're going to zip up. Good. From the top hip, I'm going to press in. I'm going to bend. I'm going to shoot out. I'm going to press down. And then I'm going to lift. I'm going to externally rotate, internally rotate, and come back, bend, and come back in. That's the series. We're going to do that 5 more times. Okay, so zipping up nice and tight from the hip. Press, bend, shoot out, press down, come up, heel, toe, bend, and back inside the ring. And here's number 3. Press, bend, reach, press, lift, heel, toe, bend, back inside. 4, press, bend, out, press, lift, heel, toe, bend, inside. Again, press, bend, shoot out, press, lift, heel, toe, bend, inside. One more time. Press, bend, shoot out, press, lift, heel to the front, toe to the back, and lift, bend, and inside. Good. From here, you can release that bottom leg. Good. Bend that knee, top knee in, grab the shin, grab the foot. Good. Knee and hip are going to go behind you. Sorry, knee and foot are going to go behind you. Hips going to come forward. Find that quad stretch. Woo! And when we're ready, we're going to release. Go ahead and grab that ring. We're going to come prone. So we're on the belly. Good. Legs are going to be about hip width apart here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle if you have to find your optimal spot. Good. So I'm going to take this here. Hands are going to come up here. We're going to do a lat press. We're going to work the back a little bit. Good. So don't just kind of collapse in here. Use your abdominals. Use your back muscles to hold you up for a moment. Relax the shoulders. Big inhale, exhale. And press. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Exhale 6. Good. Single arm press. We're going to take this ring at an angle, kind of towards the front angle of your mat. Good. 4 times. Exhale 1, 2, from the shoulder, not from the elbow. 3 and 4, and to the other side. Remember, we're at that angle towards the corner of the mat. From the shoulder, we press 4. Shoulder, we press 3, 2, 1. Good. Grab the ring, come down for a moment. We'll use this as a little paddle board. So zipping up nice and tight, reaching through the legs, reaching through the upper body. Good. And then just kick. Trying to keep the pelvis even on the floor. Engage those glutes. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that down. Press back. Little child's pose. Good. Countering that extension with some flexion. And when you're ready, we've got that side series on the other side. So getting yourself all set up here. Good. Bottom legs on the inside of the ring. It's up from the ankle. Good. And try to do your upper body the same way you did it on the other side, just so that you train, again, even. Good. Hips, knees, and toes are tracking forward. Good. Belly button is in. Remember, we're always pressing from the hip, never from the knee. And here we go. Top leg. Press. Bend. Shoot out. Press. Lift. Heel to the front. Toe to the back. Bend. Back inside. 5. Press. Bend. Shoot out. Press. Lift. Heel. Toe. Bend. Inside. 4. Press. Bend. Shoot out. Press. Lift. Heel. Toe. Bend. Back inside the ring. 3. Press. Bend. Shoot out. Press down. Lift up. Heel forward. Toe to the back. And bend. Inside. 2. Press. Bend. Shoot out. Press down. Lift up. Heel forward. Toe to the back. Bend. And inside. Last one. And press. Bend. Shoot out. Press. Lift. Heel. Toe. Bend. And take it back inside. Great job. From here, kind of grab that ring. We are actually officially done with the ring now. Good. From here, come back onto the belly. Oh, you know what? The quad stretch. I always forget the quad stretch. Good. Bend that top knee. Good. Grab that chin. Knee and foot go back. Hips come forward. Sorry about that. We really need that stretch. Good. Belly button is in nice and tight. Protecting the low back here during your stretch. And when you're ready, good. Now come onto the belly and press back into a child's pose. Let this be a juicier child's pose. The knees can be as wide as the mat or not. Reaching the arms nice and long, maybe walking the fingertips more forward. Breathe and expand. Good. From here, we're going to take this into a plank. We're going to do this with leg lifts. So you can totally do this with knees down. I'll demo that real quick. So if you're doing a knee down plank, you just kind of find your plank, and this is going to be you. Okay. And then some of you are going to follow me coming up high. You can also do this on the forearm to take care of yourself as needed. So I'm going to come up to my high plank, wherever you're at. Shoulders are over the wrists or slightly behind them. If you're on your forearms, they're over the elbows or slightly behind. I'm going to press back through the heels, and I'm lengthening that torso. Belly button is in nice and tight. You're free to hang out and work on your plank or follow me. To the right side, we're going to take it back. We're going to lift, lift, lower. 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 Take the knees down. Held pose. Good. Now for this next one, we're going to do a down dog, elbow to knee slow. So demo that real quick. If that's not your jam today, you can go back and do what we just did, or just work on a plank. So from here, I'm going to come up. I'm going to find my down dog. Good. And so then from here, remember, this is just the demo. I'm going to bend that knee. Good. I'm going to try to take that knee to the elbow and come back. We'll do it 4 times each side. So find your position. We're going to do a plank variation, or follow me. From the down dog, wherever you're at, we are protracted in the shoulders. Right leg's going to lift 3 points. Bend that knee. Using the left leg and foot to come forward. Elbow to knee. 1, 2, 3. Don't come past the wrist. And 4. And take that down. Going to the other side. Left leg lift. Bending that knee. Using the right leg and foot to help you. We're going to come forward. Elbow to knee. 1, 2, 3. Woo, harder for me on this side. And 4. From here, everyone find your down dog. We're going to use that down dog with a bent knee, walking the hands towards the feet. Come to a little dangle here if you need to. Shaking the head, yes. Shaking the head, no. Pressing through the feet and the legs, walking the hands back up, coming all the way up. Arms up overhead. Reach, reach, reach. Getting just a little bit of a back bend here. And taking the arms down. Good. Big inhale and reach. We'll take it down, pressing up. Good. Get a nice side bend. Doesn't matter what side you do, we're going to do both sides. Good. Reaching, coming back up, taking it down, pressing up, side bend other direction. Good. From here, good. I'm just going to kind of clasp the hands, taking it forward, try to separate them. Good. You can round and drop the head through if you want something a little bit deeper there. And then from here, same thing, you can come here, pressing elbows back, you can clasp, you can press down, you can roll back, you can lift. Find it where you need to find it. And then once we're ready, good, just make some nice big shoulder rolls. Other direction. Good, let's take a very gentle neck roll. Rolling through center. Good, and coming back through. Let's do that one more time. Rolling through center. And coming back through. Good. Way to go. You made it through this Pilates Matwork class with the ring. I hope you had a great workout, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.